Shalom, friends. Welcome to the very first episode of Jewish Book Reactions. Because I read a lot of Jewish books and I have a lot of thoughts about them, and I need to put those thoughts somewhere, and that would be here. Our first book is Demons in the Details, Demonic Discourse and Rabbinic Culture in Late Antique Babylonia by Dr. Sara Ronis, icon, living legend. She is the moment. As you can see, I've taken a few notes. If you watch my content, you already know that the Babylonian Talmud is full of stories, among other things, of demonic encounters, and that I love those stories. In this book, Dr. Ronis explores how the sages thought about demons and how they used those ideas to explore the social, cultural, and even geographic boundaries of their world. Now, before I continue, I do want to clarify something. Sometimes folks in my comments think that I'm talking about demons that we might know from other faith traditions and pop culture, where the demons work for the devil and their performance review is basically, how much evil did they accomplish? That's not what this is. Demons aren't conceptualized here as being the opposite of angels, with like the two sides playing tug of war with human souls between them. Some demons were viewed as being positive, benevolent members of the Jewish community operating within the rabbinic legal system, like Yosef the demon, whose teachings are cited in the Talmud, and as I learned in this book, he's referred to as a rabbi on an Aramaic incantation bowl, which, side note, having a demon rabbi is fine, but a woman rabbi, let's not take things too far. Some demons are just kind of neutral. There are even recommendations in the Talmud on how best they can avoid the humans, because humans are rude and annoying. And if a human invades the personal space of a demon or disrespects a demon, that demon could then very well become dangerous. Honestly, same. Pro tips include: don't greet demons at night, give them space, know which days they like to roll deep so you can avoid them. Obviously, don't do things in even numbers. We've talked about that. Say the Shema before bed. That's a good way to stay safe. And be especially careful in areas that demons like to hang out in, like bathrooms. Now, Dr. Ronis points out that demons, as imagined by the sages, attack men, sure, whatever, but they only tend to target important women. So if that happens to you, oh my God, girl, you made it. Post that shit everywhere. It's a fucking flex. Women were often shown in the Talmud to be the ones to figure out ways to protect men while in demon-occupied spaces. For example, when Abaye is a kid, his mom gives him a service lamb to be his bathroom buddy. Rava's wife cut a window in the bathroom and would reach in and rest her hand on his head so that he wouldn't be alone while he was in the bathroom. And in the margins of that page, I wrote, "Damn girl, that's true love." This book also includes a lot of demon stories, demons you may have heard of and demons that I certainly haven't. I mean, everybody from Ashmedai and Agrat and her squad of destruction to there's one who causes migraines, and I think he's in the room with me right now. This book also helped me put into context the other scholarship on Jewish demonology I've encountered, like Trachtenberg's Jewish Magic and Superstition. Dr. Ronis talks about how a lot of the dismissal of Jewish demonology historically has been part of larger Jewish conversations about normativity and rationalism and, anti-Semitism. So like in the 1930s and 40s, American Jewish scholars were kind of like, nah, demons aren't normative in Judaism. And I'm sure you can guess why. A lot of scholars were saying, oh, this is a primitive belief, it's folk religion, it's women's stuff. What's interesting about that is that we cannot win. Rabbinic literature often thinks about women as dangerous and probably doing some witchcraft. Not the same as demon stuff, which the sages could control to some measure. Which leads to this amazing quote. While the rabbis imagined that they understood demons and how to live in a world with them, they did not seem to imagine that they could fully understand the actual women with whom they shared their world. That's very telling. I love this book so much, and I am a lot smarter now than I was before I started reading it. I especially want to shout out the footnotes on each page, which offers scholarly citations and memes side by side existing in hilarious and perfect harmony. As Rav Huna famously said in Brechot 6, each of us has 1,000 demons to our left and 10,000 demons to our right. So I'm going to give this book a perfect score of 10,000 out of 10,000 demons. If you want to check out this book, I do have a link in my bio and there is a discount code. And I really hope you enjoy this book as much as I did because it's great. And I'm not saying that just because I am a demon. I mean, this is a totally unbiased review, okay?